Hi, welcome to my channel, Latif's Inspired. Today I'm going to cook a very nice and very simple Bhuna dish. Now normally when people come into an Indian restaurant, they might, if they're not familiar and they're not used to spices, they might have a korma, they might have a masala. But to progress on a medium dish would be like a Bhuna. So this is a very traditional dish and you'd have it in most Indian, Bangladeshi, Pakistani homes. It would be like a Bhuna dish. So it's a very nice dish. If you're not familiar with Indian cooking, try this one. Subtle flavors, very nice, and hopefully it might inspire you to go on and progress, go to Indian restaurants, order a few more different dishes, and maybe inspire you to cook at home. So I'm going to cook a chicken tikka bhuna, guys. Thank you. Right, this is a very simple dish, so I'm going to keep it as simple as possible. Now, the ingredients are going to be the spices. Firstly, I'll talk about. I'm going to add about half a teaspoon or 1/3 of a teaspoon of salt, but again, it's salt to taste. If you don't like salt, don't add it. If you do like salt, like the majority of the population, which is not very good for you, but add some salt. We're going to use some kasuri methi leaves. The spices are, normally I'll use my mixed powder, my restaurant mix, but I'm going to give you a simple one at home. Usual spices again. So turmeric, half a teaspoon, garam masala, half a teaspoon, coriander, half a teaspoon, and cumin, half a teaspoon, and 1 teaspoon of curry powder. Now in some restaurants we cook the onions and the peppers first and half cook it, and then we add it into the curry. Today I'm going to show you how we cook it from scratch. So that's basically 1 medium British onion, is diced, and some green peppers and red peppers. This is already grilled, marinated and grilled, chicken tikka. So I've got a mix in my channel and I'll put a link to it. So it's just being marinated and you can stick it in the oven. So it's got that charcoal or some grilled texture and flavour, and just cut into cube pieces. So that's about 1 breast there. And I'm going to finish off with a garnish of some coriander. Put a couple of wedges of tomato. As you know, I love my tomato and I personally believe it brings out a nice flavour. And my cameraman, I'm not going to add any chili powder because the curry powder got slight chili powder. I'm going to add just a bit of green chilies, just a bit more flavour. It's got more flavour in the green chilies rather than the chili powder, guys. So right, now I'm going to start cooking. Right, there was the last bits of water after it's been a washed new pan. So it's evaporated, it's heated up. About 2 tablespoons of vegetable ghee. My onions go in. Just want the onions to slightly caramelize. I'm going to add the salt and the fenugreek leaves, kasuri methi. I'm going to add a bit more of the kasuri methi, just crushed. That was a pinch, that was. Keep on mixing until it goes slightly golden. So it's been about 30 seconds. I'm cooking it on a medium heat. Normally in the restaurant I'll be cooking it at a high heat. So let it cook for about a minute. Put the heat up a little bit more. So it's been about a further 30 seconds. Now this is ginger. Adding about a teaspoon of ginger, 1 teaspoon of garlic. It's cooked, the garlic ginger is cooking in hot oil. The smell of the rawness needs to go, so just let that cook out. I'm going to add a splash of water. Be careful with the flame, as you saw there. When you add the water in a hot pan with the oil, flame comes out. Looks nice, but it is dangerous. So I'm going to cook this for another 30 seconds. So it's been about 30 seconds. I did mix it in between. So just mix it like that. You don't want it to stick. Right, now the spices go in now. Now, if you like it spicy, like a Madras strength dish, just add a teaspoon, about 1.5 to 2 teaspoons of chili powder. If you like it vindaloo, add about 3.5 to 4 teaspoons of chili powder, which is a lot, it sounds, but some people really like it spicy. That's tomato puree, guys. That was 1 tablespoon or one of these chef spoons. Adding a splash of water again. Want all the flavors to marry up. Now this is the breast of chicken, so chicken tikka. So if you order, even if you order a chicken tikka from an Indian restaurant, and then you can cook this at home if you want the actual tandoor flavors. A couple of wedges of tomato. That's 2 green chilli. Now I think the rawness of the spice has gone. Garlic ginger has cooked, the onions have caramelized. Now I'm adding 1 ladle of gravy. I'm going to add a little bit more because I want it to be in a thick sauce. So, if you don't like it too spicy, guys, just leave out the green chilies, leave out the chili powders, and I promise you, you'll have a fantastic flavoured dish. So this needs to get cooked for a few minutes, and we'll come and check up on it in about a minute or so. So 1 minute later, right, now this is looking absolutely gorgeous. My customers like it a bit more thicker. So all the flavors, once the sauce gets reduced and the thickness comes out, then it's maximum flavor. So literally put the gas a little bit down on medium heat, cook it for another minute, and then it'll be ready for serve. It's been about a minute. I'm going to give you a tip, guys. So I can see the oil has risen slightly. For this to get maximum flavour, put the gas down, and since you're going to be at home, you'll have a lot more time on your hands. If the gas is down and you let that cook for about 3-4 minutes extra, trust me, it brings out so much flavour, it's unbelievable. So when you go to Indian restaurants and it's quieter rather than a busier night, like a Monday or a Tuesday night, they get a lot of time to let the curries simmer and simmer and simmer, so you get maximum flavour. So and the chefs also can give the curries much more attention rather than the weekend is bish bash bang gone. So yeah, so if you really enjoy your food, go and visit your Indian restaurants, maybe on a Monday or a Tuesday, and it gives us something to do as well. So I'm going to show you the curry now. It's been simmering away for about a minute or 2 on a very slow gas, and I'm going to ask my cameraman to zoom in slightly as well. So Alex, if you do the honours. Done, yeah? Wow. Smells lovely. You can see the bubbles over there. It's like a custard, if you like a thick custard. Once you get it to that consistency, that's how people like it in British Indian restaurant cooking. There you go. When you can just about move it like this, then you know it's ready. Curry's ready now. sound of this in Indian restaurants, you know the chef knows what he's doing, because this is where all the flavour is. Now look at that. Portion's perfectly ideal. Coriander for garnish. That's my chicken tikka bhuna. Right guys, that was the chicken tikka bhuna. Very simple dish. It's a medium dish, very popular, and if you want to come into an Indian restaurant, try out some spicy dishes, this is the one to go for. As I said, it's not too hot, so it's very easy, very palatable. And if you go for the kormas and masalas, they're very sweet, whereas this has got the spice flavors. Spice doesn't mean just heat. It's got flavors, so come and try it. Simple one I've done up and down the country. Most of the dishes are pretty much similar, but it depends. Some restaurants do it better than the others. Like myself, if you come to if you come to All Sages, Stoke-on-Trent, Cheshire, give me a try. Latif's Indian restaurant. Yeah, so I'll cook you a nice chicken tikka bhuna. So if you've liked what you've seen and it's helped you, maybe inspired you to cook, make sure don't forget to support the channel. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and hopefully we'll get some new content, new videos, and hopefully inspire you guys to cook at home. Thank you very much.